What is going on, YouTube? John here. What I have for you today is an older statue, but it's new to me. It's the quarter scale Sideshow premium format Miles Morales. This one came out, I think, in 2019. I've always kind of wanted to get it and pretty much waited too long until the exclusive kind of sold out. And I forgot about it after a while just because, my taste and as far as what I wanted, how I wanted to set up my statues kind of changed. And as luck may have it, the way I have my statue set up now changed in a way again that I actually really want this statue now because it's really going to benefit my collection. This is a smaller premium format compared to other Sideshow pieces, which is actually a strength in my case because I plan to pair him with my Sideshow Spider-Gwen, which is 5th scale, and this is supposedly quarter scale, but it's actually pretty small for a quarter scale, so it almost looks about the same size as the 5th scale. So I think they're gonna look great together. So anyway, what I'm gonna do for you, I'm gonna take it out of the package, show you all the pieces and put them together. This was bought aftermarket on eBay. I actually got a pretty good deal on it because there was one slight chip on the actual base that you don't actually see once you display it because there's tentacles that cover it up. So I feel pretty fortunate to be able to get the exclusive with the maskless portrait and him holding the mask. Considering if you go look around eBay, it's, the price of it is inflated. Because it's aftermarket now. But I was lucky enough to be able to get this for a really good price, so I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna go ahead and take them out of the box now, and hopefully all the pieces are as promised. I have not looked at this yet, so we will see together how it turned out. Stay tuned. This is actually my first time buying a quarter scale statue aftermarket. I've bought maybe 1 or 2 statues aftermarket in the past. And even then, it was from a local comic book store that had it displayed, so it wasn't really previously owned. Props to the guy that I bought this from because it was wonderfully packaged. He put tons of styrofoam in the bigger box that the actual statues box came in, and he even retaped the styrofoam, which I thought was super nice. I have not opened this yet, so I'm hoping there's nothing broken because I'm really excited. I really want to, display this. It's gonna complete my kind of Spider-Man shelf. So I'm hoping that everything's fine in here. Let's find out together. I did already go ahead and take a box cutter and cut around all the tape that he added. So let's open this guy up. Let's hope he is fine. All right. Tape is still kind of on there. Come on, there we go. And so far, everything looks intact, but let's see. I'm going to prick this up. Actually lighter than you would think. Looking at it now, so far so good. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a look. Let me go ahead and focus up here, zoom in. As you can see, it looks great. All the teeth are intact, which is one thing I was kind of concerned about, getting this, is that maybe some of the teeth would be broken or missing. That is great. The detail on this, the paint job, the paint app is really nicely done. I love this kind of purple black, kind of like a pearlescent kind of purple. That's really nice. I'm trying to look to see. He did tell me there was a chip somewhere, and I'm actually having even trouble finding it, which is, I guess, a good sign. Where is it? Let's see. Let me zoom in. I think this is the chip that he was talking about. Where is it? You see it right there. And honestly, I think there's a tentacle that goes here, so you're not even gonna see it. It's gonna cover it up, so that's great. So yeah, this looks great. As you can see, the tongue goes in there. I love how the mouth looks kind of wet with saliva. This is really nice. So far, I'm really happy. This one is split right down the middle, is number 250 out of 500. All right, let's set this guy over here. All right, and let's take a look at some of the tentacles. Just gonna try to move through this very quickly. Same kind of detail on the tentacles, as you can see. This nice pearlescent, like it's a really nice effect. I really like it when the light hits it. It looks really cool, as you can see right there. I really like that. No breakages. Everything is good. I'm so far very happy. I'm gonna move this to the side. I'm gonna try to move quickly through this because I'm kind of looking forward to just putting this guy together. Here's the big tentacle. And same detail you would expect. The paint applications on this are so nice. I've seen this kind of like at a comic book store, but kind of from afar, and I honestly never realized how nice the paint looks when the light hits it. It's very striking. It really catches your eye. And this piece too is also nice. No breakages or anything. So I'm really happy with that. This is the last tentacle, and it's more of the same. Good detail, nice little pearlescent colors, nothing missing. These all magnetically adhere to the base, so that's nice. I like that part of it. I'm always a fan of magnets as opposed to any other type of like friction-based kind of putting things together. Let's take a look at the tongue. The Venom tongue, and this thing is nice. I really love, it has this kind of finish on it that just gives it a real glossy kind of like spit kind of finish, and I think that's really well done. That looks cool. It's almost like a translucent kind of pinkish color. It's really nice. I really like this. Nice piece. All right, so that's that, and let's now go with Miles, at least his body. And that looks great as well. Let's see. Everything is really nice.
Whoa, very nice.
I love the costume. You can see that it has seams on it. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. Although it's more smoothed out and there isn't a whole lot of texture going on, I kind of like prefer that. Some statue makers kind of go too far over how they texturize like people's costumes that don't typically have texture. It makes sense on a statue because you want to give a sense of like anatomy and motion and all that, but sometimes it can be overdone. So I think this strikes a nice difference between keeping it simple but also adding enough texture that you can kind of appreciate it. I like the red paint. Is really nice. It's like a kind of high gloss kind of paint on it. It's really nice, and the paint lines are nice and clean and really well done. I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna show you the back spider here, and that's, you know, no different than the rest. It's nicely painted. I'm really happy with this statue so far. Nice.
Whoa, very nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and show you the portraits now, since there isn't much left. Only two things left are the portraits. He was nice enough to tape the portraits so they wouldn't go jostle around too much. Good on this guy, man. He, you know, due diligence on making sure that this came to me in one piece. And this is also really well done. No surprises here as far as quality. You can see that the paint lines are really nice and clean. There's no breakages. On eBay, when I looked at a few of these, some of the raised webbing here that you can see was broken off, and it was just like white, like polystone, which, you know, is always a concern, but no chips, nothing at all like that on here. Just really nice and clean. I do like that the Spider-Man eyes, they're not just like a flat white color. They're kind of have this pearlescent kind of sheen to it. So that's that head portrait. Let's look at the other one, which this is the exclusive portrait, the Sideshow exclusive portrait. That's him unmasked. It's nice and clean. You can see the paint apps. You can, kind of a crazy intense look, but it makes sense with the statue because he's kind of like facing, looking up at you, kind of like this, sort of like that. So it makes sense. But yeah, this is no different than the rest. Nicely painted, nicely done. No chips. Perfect. Love it. So from there, I'm going to show you the other exclusive arm. Since he's maskless, he comes with an arm where he's holding the mask. It's just kind of like a flat looking mask because it's, you know, he's not wearing it. So it just shows him holding it. So everything here is really nicely painted. I really like that, like I said before, the red really pops because it has this high gloss on it. So from here, that's all the pieces. I tried to go through it as fast as I could. So now the only thing that's left is put this guy together. How about we do that? There he is with the exclusive portrait. I think both looks look really good. Honestly, I could see myself displaying this guy with either one, really. I really like this one. I think the added touch of having him holding the mask really adds something to it. It gives it a nice little feeling. Yeah, I really like this look. The profile on this guy is really nice. If you see, he looks great from that side. I love this pose. It's very Spider-Man with his leg up in the air holding on. It's really well done. The only complaint that I really have is that there's a seam here that's a little bigger than I would like. I don't know if you guys noticed, but his hand is actually part of the base, and you peg in the rest of his body into his hand to like complete the look. And there's just a seam here that I wasn't sure I could make smaller, and I honestly was too scared to push too far in. I didn't want to break anything. It doesn't look awful, it's just a little more noticeable than I expected. One quick note here, when I was actually gonna display him on my shelf, the statue actually shifted into place, so all is well now. There's no seam there. Here's a picture to show you the difference, and I no longer have this complaint because it fixed itself. But other than that, there's no real complaints, man. I really like this statue overall. I do like the base. It's a little crazy because it's like some kind of Venom monster kind of coming up at him. It honestly kind of reminds me of the cover of Venom #3. If you guys are familiar with Donny Cates' run on Venom, which by the way I recommend. But yeah, this is it right here. I'm gonna go ahead and post pictures of him. I'm also gonna go ahead and show you what he looks like when he completes my Spider-Man shelf. I'm really excited to put him there and take a look, see how it looks. Like I said, this is smaller than most quarter scale statues, I think, but it really actually is a benefit to me because if he was a full-on quarter scale, I never would have got him in the first place. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. If you like my videos, go ahead, give this a thumbs up. Press the little bell icon. That's gonna tell you when I post new videos. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm John16 on there. Hope you guys have a good one. Take care.